that was all hypothetical. We're going to get into our top transfer rumors. So we went through the coaches. Let's get to some players. Targo, what's caught your eye this week?
It's honestly one of the ones I saw here. Wasn't this week. I think it was last week I saw it. Was Mason Mount to Liverpool. I thought that was interesting. So, he's out of his contract this summer, and apparently Liverpool are keeping tabs on him, the 24-year-old English midfielder who's currently at Chelsea. That one would be an interesting one.
I
rate him pretty highly. He's had a bit of a disappointing season here, but maybe a change of scenery would do him some good.
I think so. I also think, I don't know why Liverpool doesn't try to buy him now. Mason Mount, with the amount of players Chelsea
6 months, yeah. He's English, might cost him 30, 40 mil.
Still much cheaper than it would if he signed another contract. So, and Liverpool need new midfield reinforcements right now.
Yeah.
However, I have heard a bunch of Chelsea fans actually going on a campaign for Liverpool to buy him because they apparently are done with him. So I feel bad for Mason Mount. He's a great player. Been a little disappointing this season, but he's still got that potential and the skill there. We know it's there. We've seen it.
And still young at 24.
Yeah. So I think it'd be a great fit. I think he would fit perfectly into Jurgen Klopp's system. He may even be a replacement for Jordan Henderson.
I don't think I see him sitting that deep.
Yeah. But he would be great next to, say, I don't know, Jude Bellingham.
We'll see about that.
We'll see. Also, apparently him and Declan Rice are best friends. So that could be a linchpin for Liverpool as a backup in case they don't get Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, all right.
Could be a cheaper option, yeah.
Who's your number two?
My number two, the rumor that never dies. Harry Kane to Manchester United. Harry Kane gets rumored to Manchester United, seems like every year.
Well, we've already talked about it once on this podcast. We've only been around a couple of weeks.
Yep.
So, it's a match made in heaven, I'll be honest.
It really is.
It really is. I hate to say it. But Harry Kane, I don't think he's staying at Tottenham. So wherever he goes, the man has been at Tottenham long enough, suffered enough. Let the man go somewhere and win a trophy.
Yeah, I think so. And I think he would be that finishing touch for Manchester United.
To make them title contenders, I agree.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine instead of Wout Weghorst, he had Harry Kane?
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
I don't even want to imagine that. Because I don't think Arsenal would be in first place if that was the case. So, yeah.
So
he would be a perfect fit. That's why he keeps getting linked to them. However, there are a couple of teams that are looking for a striker that aren't named Manchester United. So, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. I mean, probably Juventus at some point, but I don't think they can.
Real Madrid goes for him with his age?
It's possible. I mean,
like
you
Real
can only
Madrid wants
imagine how many
players.
years Karim Benzema has left. It can't be a lot.
Yeah, you're not wrong. He'd be a great replacement for Karim Benzema.
Yeah. And, I mean, in Spain, I think Harry Kane gets another 5, 6, 7 years out of his career. And probably another 200 goals.
I was going to say, I thought when you said 5, 6, 7, I was like, goals a season?
100? 100?
Yeah, I think he would.
Anyways.
Then even for Bayern Munich, I think he'd be good.
Oh, God. Then we would be talking about 5, 6, 700 with a Bayern Munich side that doesn't need him but wants him. I mean, you imagine Sadio Mane, Serge Gnabry, Leroy Sané, and Harry Kane.
Kingsley Coman, yeah.
Yeah, Kingsley Coman. Just make it worse. Yeah.
But he doesn't play for Dortmund or Leipzig, so he won't go there.
No. And it'll cost way too much, and they won't get him on a free. So
yeah. And then another transfer rumor I thought was interesting was Marcelo Brozovic on loan to Barcelona and a possible swap deal with Frank Kessie. Kessier, however you pronounce that.
I believe it's Kessie, but again, however you pronounce that.
So yeah, Barca looking to get Marcelo Brozovic, Croatian midfielder, 30 years old on loan. Thought that one was interesting. I feel like he's a little aged at 30 for them to wanting to be swapped.
Yeah.
Frank Kessie.
Yeah, I believe Kessie's what, 26, 27?
He's in his mid-20s, yeah.
I think it would be a fantastic deal, personally. Frank Kessie played his best years of football for AC Milan. Should never have gone to Barcelona. He'd be going back to Italy to rejuvenate his career instead of sitting on the bench. Marcelo Brozovic, he's on the other end of his career. And he's pretty much just going to sit on the bench anyways for Barcelona. So it's a good fit for both.
Yeah. So we'll see if that one happens. I don't know. I'm not sure if it will. I think Barca, they want it to happen. That's why Kessie's only been there 6 months and they're already offering him up.
Well, I think the most important thing with the Brozovic deal is the wages that Frank Kessie is on versus Brozovic. And Barcelona want to get wages off the books. Maybe not just Kessie, maybe it's somebody else, but it gets wages off the books for them so they can sign other players. Ultimately. So
yeah, those are my top transfer rumors that I found interesting here.
Okay.
Past couple weeks.
All right. Well, I said it before. I'm sorry that I took all the good ones. First up for me, this one was very intriguing because it's a up-and-coming talent that you might be able to get him on a steal. It's Nicolo, what is it, Zaniolo?
Zaniolo, yeah. Italian.
Yeah.
From Roma.
For Roma. He's just a kid. And he's one of their best players, but he won't sign a new contract. He wants to leave.
Is he 20?
He's available
21?
for 30 to 40 million euros. Tottenham's being rumored with him. I think that is the piece they need. They need an attacking midfielder.
Do you know how old he is? Is he 20, 21?
He's 22, or I think he's 23 personally.
23? Okay. I remember him. He's been there for years. I remember when he first came on the scene at 19.
Yeah. And, he was compared to Francisco Totti for the longest time. And now he wants to leave, unlike Totti. So...
Not very Totti-like.
Yeah, no one's like Totti because he played his entire career with the same club. And that never happens nowadays. So
no. Can you even think of another player that played his entire career at one club?
Can I?
Yeah. I'm trying to think, even Raul for Real Madrid went to Schalke at the end.
Yeah.
Frank Lampard went to Man City and then to the New York team in MLS.
I think he went to New York and then he was on loan to City because City owns New York. But it's difficult. Tony Adams. That's it. That's it.
Del Piero. Alessandro Del Piero for Juventus.
For Inter before Juventus.
Did he?
I could be very wrong.
Because, that guy had loyalty. He went down with them when they got relegated.
Yeah.
He stayed with them.
It's hard because you get all these players at the end of their careers, they leave to go somewhere else. So it's hard to get someone who stays all the way through and retires with a team. So, yeah. Anyways.
Sorry to take us on another side topic there.
100%, yeah. But, yeah, he's an attacking midfielder. Tottenham need one. I think 30 to 40 million for someone of that age is a steal, especially of his caliber. And, I'm sure there's a lot of other clubs that will look at him for that price. But I think Tottenham, that is the piece they need to be able to get to that next level because they haven't had someone like that since Christian Eriksen left. So, next up, speaking of Tottenham, they're looking for a new goalie to replace Hugo Lloris. They're being rumored to want to sign Jan Oblak or David Raya. Jan Oblak of Atletico Madrid, and David Raya of Brentford. I mean, I think this one, depending on who they go for, is going to be dependent on if they get a Champions League spot or not.
Yeah, I don't think they get Oblak, if I'm being honest.
Not unless they get into the Champions League. There's no chance.
I think
but
David Raya could be a great signing for him. He's still pretty young.
He'd be such a good signing. Talking about like literally a 360 in goal. I mean, David Raya stops everything. Hugo Lloris can't stop anything. So, yeah, I thought it was very intriguing. And apparently, David Raya is only available. Like, you only have to pay 15 mil to get him, which is a steal and a half.
That is
for a goalie.
He's 27.
Caliber. Yeah, so he's still got a solid
6 years,
7-8 years.
Yeah.
So. And then my final rumor, Declan Rice is apparently Arsenal's number one transfer target in the summer. I mean, I'm not being biased, but because I saw this rumor, I also want to talk about all the other clubs that are linked with him, including Liverpool. No surprise here, Chelsea, Manchester United, and Tottenham.
Every big team in Premier League,
every big team in England. He's going to cost at least 80 mil.
Probably closer to 100.
Apparently, though, he is leaning more towards Arsenal because he's seen what Arteta has done to the likes of Saka, Ben White, Emile Smith-Rowe, Eddie Nketiah, and Aaron Ramsdale, who are all England teammates of Declan Rice.
And I know Declan Rice, he did grow up a Chelsea fan. So,
yeah.
We'll see there. And Todd Bowley's not shy about splashing some money.
Especially for Arsenal transfer targets.
Especially for Arsenal transfer targets, yeah.
So, I thought it was intriguing because essentially it's going to be up to Declan Rice to choose where he wants to go next.
It will be, yeah.
Same with Jude Bellingham. I don't know if personally, if I'm Arsenal, if you're going to pay 80 mil for Declan Rice, why don't you just go for Jude Bellingham?
I feel like Declan Rice, though, could play kind of both that Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey position.
100%. And
whereas Jude Bellingham, I don't see him as a Thomas Partey.
No.
What is that?
I don't even know
role?
If I see him as a Granit Xhaka. He's like a hybrid between Xhaka and Odegaard.
Rice, man, he's just so athletic.
Yeah.
That he can play that position, I think, going forward. He hasn't had much of a chance to do that this year at West Ham with the way they're playing and their position in the table.
I don't think anybody would at West Ham right now.
So, he's been their one little kind of bright spark. But, man, that guy's athletic. He can get a tackle in. He's great at disrupting that play. But, man, he can make a good run forward, too. He's smooth on the ball.
Very underrated with his feet as well. And you know what? Personally, unbiasedly, he would be the perfect fit for Arsenal and the style
100%.
of football they play.
Like, even thinking about Man United, I don't know where he would fit in at Manchester United.
Maybe replace McFred.
But then, he's not going to... Is he going to start? He's going to start over Casemiro?
No, but you'd put him instead of Fred or McTominay next to Casemiro.
Fred or McTominay don't start, though. You have Christian Eriksen and Bruno.
Well, you put Bruno out on the right, Eriksen as your number 10. Opens up a spot.
So play with two holding midfielders is kind of what you're thinking?
Yeah. But, if United even want to go for him, which I don't know at this point, I don't think they need to. I think they would go for somebody that's more attacking than Declan Rice.
I think they need a forward striker.
Well, 100%. They need a number 9. Yeah. This is like a match made in heaven. It's been linked before, but no better
could be
time
good at
for
Liverpool
Declan Rice
too.
To go to Arsenal than right now. So
yeah, he would be a great fit. I think also Liverpool could use a player like him.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to spend 200 mil for 2 players in the summer. So,
and then I know you'd mentioned Chelsea. That's his boyhood club. I don't know where he fits in there. They got Jorginho and N'Golo Kante.
Yeah, well, both of them are leaving in the summer because
a lot of them probably are. So I don't know. Maybe they go for him as well.
Yeah, it's very possible.
He's definitely leaving West Ham. Where he ends up, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. Time will tell. There's a lot of time too because it's only January and this won't happen until the summer.